Assalamu alaikum. I am Amiyo Bhattacharjee. I will take higher mathematics class of class 9. Today we will discuss multiple choice questions regarding your upcoming higher mathematics MCQ examination. Thank you very much. Dear students, let's discuss chapter 1 set. Okay, you understand? Okay, then okay, you know a lot about set. Please try to understand. I am writing something that is very important for your MCQ examination. Suppose this is an empty set, okay? Empty set. Okay. If A equals to empty, then power set of A is this. Okay, power set of an empty set is not empty. Try to understand. What's the note? Power set of an empty set is not empty. Write down. Power set of an empty set is not empty. So we can't call it empty. Okay. Another question. N of A. What is N of A? N of A. N of A is 0. There is no element. A is an empty set. It means A doesn't have any element. Number of means number of elements for the set A. There is no element, that is number of elements is 0. But power set, for power set, it will be second bracket. What do you know the formula to determine the number of power sets? That is 2 to the power n. 2 to the power n. You see, when A equals to 1, then P of A is equal to 1 empty set like this, right? Here n equals to what? 1. Number of elements of the set A is 1. But here it will be satisfied with 2 to the power n. N equals to what? 1. N equals to what? 1. 2 to the power 1, that is 2. So we have two subsets, 1 and empty set. Two subsets. But here n equals to what? This is n. This is n equals to 0. 2 to the power 0. That is 1. So we are getting a subset. You understand? We are getting one subset. This is 1. So remember one thing. It will be in the second bracket. Now it's an element. Okay? It's an element. Okay? That is 2 to the power n. N equals to what? 0. N. N means this. This is n. Number of elements of the set A is 0. N equals to 0. Okay. That day I also told you to determine how to determine number of proper subsets. Proper subsets, that means what? Proper subsets means, that is, suppose A equals to 1, 2. Okay. So P of A equals to what? 1, 2, 1, 2, and empty set. Okay. Is it? You see that these and these are same. Okay. So they are not. It is not proper subset. It is subset, but not a proper subset. So proper subset will be proper subsets equals to what? 2 to the power n minus 1. That is 2 to the power 1, 2, 3, 4. 2 to the power 4 minus 1 equals to, 2 to the power 2. This is 2. N equals to 2 equals to 3. Anyway, you got this math in general mathematics, but even after this, it may be given in the higher mathematics examination. Now, write down. This is an empty set. Have you got empty set? What is its equivalent? You understand? Empty set, this is the equivalent sign. Empty set is itself. Okay, empty set is itself. Empty set is an equivalent set itself. You understand? Suppose A, equivalent set. As for example, we can write any set is equivalent to itself. Any set is equivalent to itself. Have you got me? Any set A is equivalent to itself. Here empty set is also equivalent to itself. A equivalent B, then B is equivalent to A. Again, this is 1, this is 2, this is 3. Now 4. A is equivalent to B, B is equivalent, then we can write then B is equivalent to A. So what we are getting? Empty set is equivalent to itself. Any set A is equivalent to itself. If A is equivalent to B, then if A is equivalent to B, then B is equivalent to A. If A equivalent to B and B equivalent to C, then A is equivalent to C. You understand? A is equivalent to B, B is equivalent to C, then we can write A is equivalent to C. Now, what is equivalent? You understand? What is equivalent? As for example, suppose n is equal to 1, 2, 3, 4 up to n, right? And A is equal to, like this, 2, 4, 6, 8 to n. You see these two sets, okay, n and A. Now the question is, are they equivalent? What is the question? Are they equivalent? Okay, good. What is n? What is n here? See, it is n. 1, 2, 3, 4, dot, n. And suppose it is A, 2, 4, 6, 8. Have you seen the combination? It means what? What does it mean? 1-1 correspondence. 1-1 correspondence. That is, if we multiply all the elements here by 2, then we get A. You see, 2 to the 4, 2 3 the 6, 2 4 the 8, 2 into n, 2n. Okay? Number of elements for both the sets are equal. That is, they are 1-1 correspondence. If two sets are 1-1 correspondence, that means they are equivalent. That means they are equivalent. Here, what is happening? 1-1 correspondence n. This is called 1-1 correspondence. Please see, 1-1 correspondence. This is 1-1 correspondence. So we can tell that n is equivalent to A, or A is equivalent to n. You understand? So this is the way how we can determine two sets equivalent or not. You have a question in your book regarding equivalent. You can see something about equivalent. Okay, we have got it. Question number 12 of exercise 1.1. Question number 12 of exercise 1.1. What is told here? You see, you are given here question number 12 of 1.1. Number 12. A is equal to 1, 2, 3 up to n, and B is equal to given as by 1, 2, 2 square, dot, 2 to the power n minus 1. The question is, are they equivalent or not? If they are equivalent, how they are equivalent? Have you got me? Can you tell me, are they equivalent sets? And if they are equivalent sets, then how they are equivalent sets? See, suppose it can be written 1, that means 2 to the power 0, 2 to the power 1, 2 to the power 2, 10 minus 1. Can you tell me how many elements are there? How many elements are there? Can you tell me? It is started from 1 and ends at n. So we can easily say that there are n numbers element in the set A. But if the question arises like this, how many elements are there of the set B? You see, it starts from 0. Power 0, 0, 1, 2. Okay. 0 to 9, how many numbers? 0 to 9, 10 numbers. 10 minus 1, 9. 0 to 9, how many numbers? There are 10 numbers. 0 to n minus 1, how many numbers? 0 to n minus 1, how many numbers? Can you tell me? 0 to n minus 1, there are n numbers. Another thing you see, suppose this is the map. Here A equals to 1, you understand? Here A equals to 1. What is R? R means what? Second term by first term. That day I told you. Second term by first term. So what is nth term? What is nth term? What is the formula? Nth term formula A R to the power n minus 1. A is 1 and R is 2. That is 2 to the power n minus 1. So we can get 2 to the power n minus 1. Have you seen? So we can say, yes, there are n terms. There are n numbers elements of the set B. Have you seen? Nth term is 2 to the power n minus 1. Nth term is 2 to the power n minus 1. So this is this also can be shown like this. This is 1, 1 like this, 2, 2 like this, and this is the nth term, as we know, and I have shown you. This is the nth term. This is the nth term. So this is the way you can find. Actually, this can be done in two ways: by this and knowing this. Okay, the nth term is this. Okay. Anyway. A equals to what? Empty set, right? Again, A equals to what? A, this is empty set, this is empty set, is equal to A. You understand? Okay. Let's go to exercise 7 to do some maths. Exercise 7. Okay, question number 11. This type of math is given in MCQ examination. Exercise 7, question number 1. Question number 1, exercise 7. You see 1 plus half plus 1 plus half plus 1 by 4 plus 1 by 8. You have to find the sum up to infinity if exists. Okay, to determine the sum, to find sum up to infinity if, have you got it? To find the sum up to infinity if it exists. Okay. What is to do? What is A here? You just let me know what is A here. A means the first term. A means what? First term. Okay, you will get 4 or 5 questions like this to find the sum up to infinity. A means what? A means 1. Good. What is the common ratio? What I showed you, what I told you that day. Common ratio means second term by first term. Common ratio means second term by first term. Common ratio means second term by first term. It is equal to half. So then what will you do? You have to find the absolute value. Absolute value means this. This is the absolute value equals to half. Now what we know, that day I also proved that how S infinity is equal to A by 1 minus R. Okay, how does it come? S infinity is equal to what? A by 1 minus R. I showed you. Okay. Now, what is the value of A? A is 1. This is 1. What is R? R is half. So, in the denominator there is half. So, total answer is 2. You understand? Now, let's do question number 3. Question number 3, I mean 3 of 12, that is 8 to half plus what? 1 by 8, this is okay. Now what is to think at first? At first your duty is to write down what is A. A is equal to what? 8. A is equal to what? 8. What is R? R is 2 by 8. 2 by 8 means what? 1 by 4. Second term by first term. Second term by first term. Second term by first term is equal to R. Now you have to determine whether the absolute value of R is less than 1 or not. Okay. That is, we can write here R is equal to this. R is equal to this. Then what is the formula? S infinity is equal to what? A by 1 minus R. That I told you. Can you remember please? As n increases, the value of R, the R to the power n decreases. Okay. Anyway, A by 1 minus R. What is R? R is 1 by 4. So that is A. A equals to what? 8. R equals to what? 1 by 4. That is 8. 1 by 4, that is 3 by 4. 4 by 3 equals to 32 by 3. Have you got the answer? 32 by 3. It will be 3 by 4. Okay. Now go to question number 4. Question number 4. 12, 4. 1, 2, 4, 8. Like this. You have to find the sum up to infinity if it exists. So what is A? A equals to 1. A equals to 1. Very good. What is R? R means what? Second term by first term. Second term by first term equals to 2. Then you have to write down like this. Absolute value of R is equal to 2. That is equal to 2. And it is greater than 1. Please try to understand. This is the most important part. Okay. This is 2, which is greater than 1. What was the condition? The condition was that if absolute value of R is less than 1, then sum up to infinity exists, or we will have the sum up to infinity. What was the condition? If the absolute value of R is less than 1, then the sum up to infinity will exist, or we will have the sum up to infinity. So okay, we see this is 2, which is greater than 1. So sum does not exist. Write down. The sum does not. It is the answer. The sum does not exist. This is our answer. Okay. Most important part. Okay, to be given in the examination. Most important. Okay. Then question number 5. Half plus minus 1 by 4. Number 5. Half plus minus 1 by 4 plus 1 by 8 minus 1 by 16. This type of math. Okay, this is given in the question. Okay, that's good. What is A here? A equals to what? What is A? Can you tell me? A is equal to half. Then what is R? R equals to what? R equals to second term. This is second term by first term. This is first term. R equals to this second term by first term. Second term by first term. That is minus 1 by 4 minus 1 by 4. Okay, into 2 by 1. That is equal to minus half. That is equal to minus half. Then what is to do? You know, we have to determine absolute value of R. This is the absolute value of R is minus half. This is okay, and its value is half. That I told you, I showed you. It is the absolute value half, which is less than 1. Which is less than 1. If it is less than 1, then the sum up to infinity exists. If it is less than 1, okay. But if it is greater than 1, then there is no sum. If it is greater than 1, then there is no sum. Okay. So we can write here S infinity is equal to A by 1 minus R. What is A? A is equal to half. What is R? What is R? This is the most important question. What is R? I have seen so many students writing in the examination. This is A. What is A? A is half. What is R? Please see. R is minus half. The value of R is minus half. But the absolute value of R is half. Have you got me? The value of R is minus half. Whereas the absolute value of R is only half. Okay. So here I have to put minus half. This is minus half. Minus half. So it is half into, it is 1 plus 1 by 2, that is 3 by 2. It will be 2 by 3, that's equal to 1 by 3. Okay, you will get the answer like this. Now, question number 2. 1 by 5 minus 2 by 5 square. Number 2. 1 by 5 minus 2 by 5 square plus 4 by 5 cube minus 8 by 5 to the power 4. 8 by 5 to the power 4, this is plus, okay? Find it. Now it is your turn to do this math. Do it. Okay? Do it. Do this math. Have you done it? I don't see anyone doing the math, huh? Anyway, you write down here A equals to what? 1 by 5. R equals to what? Minus 2 by 5 square, second term by first term, by 1 by 5, okay? That means minus 2 by 5 square into 5 by 1, okay? So we can write here minus 2 by 5, minus 2 by 5, have you seen? That is minus 2 by 5. Then what will you do? This is R is equal to minus 2 by 5, that is equal to 2 by 5. So sum exists and it is less than 1. It is less than 2 by 5 means what? 0.4. That is absolutely less than 1. Now, what is the formula? S infinity is equal to A by 1 minus R. A means what? What is the value of A? 1 by 5. 1 by 5. A is 1 by 5. Then what is R? What is R? R is minus 2 by 5. That means 1 by 5 by 1 plus 2 by 5. 1 plus 2 by 5 is equal to 1 by 5 into 5 by 7. 1 by 7. 1 by 7. Okay. So this this is the way how you can solve it. Another thing you see, if it is given like 1, 1, 1, 1, the interesting fact is that its answer will be here. It is also 1. Okay. If it is given 2, 2, 2, it will be 2. You understand? Okay. Now do this math. 1 minus 3 by 2 plus 9 by 4 minus 27 by 8. Okay, what is the sum? S up to infinity. Find it. S up to infinity. What is A here? A is 1. What is R? R is minus 3 by 2 by 1. That means minus 3 by 2. You understand? Minus 3 by 2. Now, absolute value of R is equal to minus 3 by 2. That is equal to 3 by 2, which is greater than 1. Which is greater than 1. And we know the sum is to be less than 1, but it is greater than 1. So there is no sum. No sum. It is your answer. No sum. Okay? Guitar. Go. Now, in your mathematics book, exercise 1, you have some functioning on the recording. Okay? Recurring means what? Suppose 0.2 recurring. Okay, 0.2 recurring. What is meant by this? You know, 0.2 recurring. What is meant by this? It means 0.222 in this way. That is 2 will be recurred. Okay, 2 will occur again and again. It is called recurring. Okay, so it occurs again and again. Okay, so 2 recurring. I am writing it 2 recurring like this. That means 2 will be repeated. So I can write it 0.2, right? Very good. 0.02. Have you seen? 0.2, 0.02, okay, 0.002 plus dot. If we add this, okay, that means what? 0.2, 0.02, 0.002, in this way, 2.0. We are getting the same. You understand? Now, interesting fact is that, what is A here? Can you tell me? What is A here? A means what? 0.2. A means what? 0.2. Okay. R equals to what? 0.02 divided by 0.2. Can you use the calculator? 0.1. You use the calculator. You will get 0.1. Okay, 0.1. 0.1, that is definitely less than 1. 0.1 means what? This is 0.1, which is less than 1. So sum up to infinity will exist. We will have the sum up to infinity as absolute value of R is less than 1. Okay. Now, what is the formula? A by 1 minus R. A by 1 minus R. A for what? A is 0.2. Then what is 1? This is 1. This is 1 minus R. This is R. Minus R means 0.1 equals to 0.2 by 0.9, that is 2 by 9. It is the answer. Have you seen? It is the answer. But in mathematics book, exercise 1, you know, 0.3 recurring. 0.3 recurring means what? It means 3 by 9. For every recurring, there will be 1 9. Okay? For 1 recurring, there will be 1 9. Suppose 0.6 recurring, it means what? 6 by 9. You understand? Suppose 0.45 recurring, that means what? 45. How many recurrings? 2 recurrings. 45 by 99. This math is given in your book, mathematics book. Okay. Now let's try to do a math like this. Suppose 0.45, okay, this is a math, 0.45 recurring. it means 0.454545 in this way. I was saying 4 and 5 will be recurred. 4, 5 will be recurred. 4, 5 at a time will be recurred. This has been recurred. Okay. Now it can be written 0.45 0.00 2 digits. Okay, 00 4, 5. Now actually I want to go there. That means what? 0.1 2 3 4 4 zeros. 4, 5. Have you got it? Have you got it? Okay. So here, what is A? A equals to what? A equals to 0.45. Okay. Now what is R? R equals to what? 0.0045 divided by 0.45. If you use the calculator, you will get this 0.01. By using calculator, you can get it. Okay. Now, S infinity what? A by 1 minus R. Now put the value. Put the value of A. What is A here? What is A here? A means what? 0.45. A means 0.45. 1. What is R? R means what? 0.01. You can see this is 0.45 and this is 0.99. That means 45 by 99. You can calculate it afterwards dividing by 9, 9, 5, 9, 11. 9 5s are 9 11s are. The interesting fact is that, dear students, can you divide 5 by 11 with the help of your calculator? Please divide 5 by 11. Can you divide it? Divide 5 by 11. What will be? Divide 5 by 11. 5 by 11, you will get 0.45, 45, 45 in this way. Okay? Is it? You see, 45, 45, 45. Anyway, another thing, 4 by 11, can you tell me what is 4 by 11? 4 by 11 means 0. What? 36, 36, 36 in this way. 3 by 11, you know what? 0.27, 27. Actually, you know, if it is 5, then 5 nines are what? 45. If it is 4, 4 nines are what? 36. If it is 3, 3 nines are what? 27. If it is 2, 2 nines are what? 2 nines are what? 18. 0.181818 in this way. If it is only 1, then 1 nines are what? 9. That means what? Can you tell me? 11 on 0, 0.9, sorry. 0.0909 in this way. If it is 6, it will be 63.63636363 like this. Okay. Anyway, this type of math can be given in your examination. Now see what I wanted to show you. What I wanted to show you. This is 45 by 99. You see, this is 45 by 99. 45 by 99. The format is that for every recurring there will be 1 9. For every recurring there will be 1 9. Now, dear students, you have got too many maths like this. Suppose a math is given, the most important part, R. R is less than 1, right? R is less than 1. But the value of R is given this. This is the value of R. This is the value of R. Have you seen? 1 by x plus 1 is the value of R. Then, what is the value of x? What does it mean? It means minus 1 less than 1 by x plus 1 less than 1. Okay? Here, in this math, we have two parts. We have two parts. These are the two parts. Okay? Can you solve it? Is there anyone here who can solve it? Who can tell me what is the answer? Okay. Perhaps you cannot. Now see. It is, Acthos, write down. There are two parts here, okay? You write down. 1 by x plus 1 is less than 1, okay? Now we'll go for having invertendo. We'll inverse it. We'll get it by inversing. If we inverse it, what does it mean? It will be inverse. That means x plus 1 is greater than 1. Suppose 4 is greater than 2. I am giving you an example. If we inverse it, that is 1 by 4, then definitely it is this. 1 by 4 means what? 1 by 4 means 0.25, and half means what? 0.50. You see, 0.25 is less than 0.50. So it means if we go for having invertendo, okay, that is inversing, then the sign of inequality must be changed. Okay, sign of inequality will be changed. That means here actually the math was what? 1 by 1. 1 by 1. Okay. That means this part has been taken here, this part. So we are getting x greater than 1 minus 1. So x is greater than 0. X is greater than 0. Have you seen? This is the condition upon which you can get the sum. Okay. Again, suppose we are going to take this part. Okay. We are going to take the first two parts. This. That means minus 1 less than 1 by x plus 1. Minus 1 less than 1 by x plus 1. Okay. Just go for having invertendo. Invertendo means what? Minus 1. This is greater than, so it will be less than. Have you seen? If we inverse, okay, then sign will be changed, okay? That means x plus 1 less than minus 1, we are going to change the side, okay? X plus 1 has been taken to this side. Now it is x less than minus 2. So if it is told to determine the condition upon which the sum will exist, is that the condition, the required condition, the condition is x greater than 0 or x less than minus 2. This is the condition. Don't try to write down it together. No. This is the condition upon which we can have a sum up to infinity. Sum up to infinity. Okay? Okay. Dear students, thank you very much that you were with me. Assalamu alaikum. Best of luck.